think for Somalia, it's a moral support and a boost for a country emerging from a conflict more than 3 decades. And I think for the region as well, it's kind of it signifies a greater level of collaboration between the countries in East Africa. We've seen last year Somalia stepped aside for its candidature for the Italian Geneva, and this again, Somalia is not being contested against by anyone in the region. So it shows a greater level of collaboration between these countries. And for the Africa, Somalia has become a member of this council. It definitely signifies a greater ability to act on behalf of Africa, not on its own behalf. And it has done good in the past. It was there when UNEP, the United Nations Environmental Program, was, formed, and the headquarters became one of our own Nairobi. So Somalia was serving at the time the United Nations Security Council. It has also with several, key resolutions against the apartheid at the time, and the independence of Namibia as well, where the apartheid system was kind of Somalia advocated for the isolation of the apartheid government, and it has done quite well in that regard. So I think the responsibility now is on Somalia to kind of, field a very credible and strong, team to New York, so it represents the issues, quite fairly. And the team that is now serving is doing well, but it needs to be strengthened further.
Hopefully, it will be able to stabilize Somalia itself because of that position. But Dr. Abdifatah, what happens if one or more of those chosen to become members of the Security Council disagrees with those called legally binding decisions?
The decisions will still remain binding, but one of the things that non-member state, non-permanent members of the Security Council can do is to garner the support of about nine votes out of the 15 in order to have a resolution passed. But if, for whatever reason, any of the permanent members kind of veto that or vote against that, then it becomes null and void. So it requires a lot of diplomatic maneuvering on the part of the non-permanent members of the council in order to have resolutions they support passed by the council. As long as these 5 major members are not against the resolution, then it's a binding one. But in any case, if that doesn't happen, then there is no other than diplomatic maneuvering. For the permanent members, there is nothing much they can do if they're opposed by the major ones.
Dr. Tahir, we're going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much. Dr. Abdifatah Tahir is a research fellow at the Department of Urban Studies and Planning at the University of Sheffield, United Kingdom.